Hi, we're at 7834 Brompton Street. Today we're going to go over the final product. Everything is completely finished at the house. Well, not quite, but most of it's done and it's under contract, so that's the good thing. And we're going to go over some key details of different changes that we did to this property, as well as the front and backyard, what changes that were done there. So we can start with the shutters out here in the exterior. So I did all new siding on this property, as well as the gutters, the roof, and I did new shutter colors and the storm door. So I thought that this complemented each other well with the brick tone that was down here. And so I went with the kind of the cream beige look for the exterior shutters and did the pops of white. So I think it kind of helps the house. Well, it definitely gave it a fresh look compared to what it looked like before. So we'll look inside and take a look at some other changes that we did. Everything is literally brand new at this property inside this home, except for the HVAC unit as well as the water heater, and that's because those were both under the age of 5 years whenever I acquired the property from the previous owner. But aside from that, everything is brand new whenever we walk through this home. I did a previous flip I used the same flooring and I got really good feedback about it. So I just said, hey, I'll bring it up here and do it in Springfield as well. And so these are LVP flooring here. And I always do the same color paint. It's just a neutral paint and it can go with gray tones or brown tones. So I try to keep it neutral in that regard so people don't feel like they have to come in and repaint the whole house, because it really just goes with everything. And it's called Revere Pewter. And so I did a LVP. Well, initially I was gonna do carpet in this room, but then I discovered upstairs, the other bedroom that I was gonna do carpet in actually had hardwood floors beneath. So I didn't want too many different floors going on. So I just found something that was kind of neutral and complemented the other floor that's in the main area, and installed it in here. And this is just a laminate flooring. All right, we're gonna walk into, this is the rec area on the entry level. And you have your fireplace here. Didn't do too many like reconfigurations with this home in general, but in here you have the LVP flooring. We have, this was the original lighting. Well, I changed the light fixtures, but this was the original lighting they had, as far as I didn't add any recessed lights or that type of thing. I was able to keep the windows at this place. Initially, I thought I was gonna have to replace them, but after giving them a second look, they were actually in pretty good condition. So that actually saved me a lot of money because I had to spend it other places in this house. So we're gonna take a look at the bathroom. I did do a little bit of a bold move with the bathroom, but I'm pretty satisfied with the overall turnout, the end product. In this house, I decided to do green accents just for the vanities in the bathrooms. I was gonna do it with the cabinetry in the kitchen too for the island, but I decided I don't know if everybody likes green, and so I just kind of kept it neutral in that regard. I just did the same color throughout in the kitchen when you see it. But the shower, I went a little bit busy, but I think once I added the shower door, it really just helped it all come together, and it turned out great in my opinion. I mean, you may have yours, but I think it looks good. So we'll take a look upstairs. Here I decided to keep the original hardwood floors. I had looked at some previous sales that were in the neighborhood, and a lot of the homes sold with the original hardwood floors on this level, so I didn't change them. I just had them sand and restain to give them a better look, and it turned out really good actually. Up here, there was a different flooring that was in the kitchen, if you remember from the original video, and so I had to get that purchased to make it look seamless throughout, so that the it was the same floor continuous throughout this level of the house. This porch, oh my gosh. Money, 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 money. I ended up having to rebuild this whole porch. Whenever they were gonna replace the siding, we found out that there was some wood rot to the wood that was beneath, and you know, when somebody's paying this much money for a home, you wanna make sure you don't half-ass it and do everything properly to deliver a solid product to the buyer, because they are spending a lot of money on this home. So I ended up having to redo it. And this area right here, we decided to take, and it might be better to show it in the inside too, but this was originally 2 windows in the kitchen, but it opens up to the backyard and the back porch first. So my thoughts were just to close that in to give more cabinet space in the kitchen. But back here, I don't know what this material is that the previous owner had here, and I didn't want to go try to find it at the store. So my husband came up with the idea of why don't we just add some shelves to here, and so it kind of, you know, looks like it's part of the house now. To tell you, I staged the home. So my thoughts were, I was going to hire somebody to do it like I normally do, but I'll tell you a little surprise later as to why I decided to stage it myself. Yeah, but everybody liked it, and I like how it turned out as well. So I'm happy with the outcome of it. And here is where I was talking about the second window was. So you remember there was a pantry here. I knocked that pantry out so we could extend the cabinets, and then it was a tiny pantry, it wasn't needed. And then the window here, that wasn't needed as well, because you have one already right above the sink where it should be. And so that allowed for another cabinet. And then we have the island here. I did quartz countertops, and they're more durable. And then in the bathroom here, this was kind of fun to do the design for the bathroom. Kind of fun with this window being in here and trying to figure out how to place the tile so that it looks right. And so that was kind of a disaster, a nightmare the first day trying to figure this out and explain it to the contractors. And it took a lot of measuring too, because I had to see where I could put the mosaic pieces, and as well as put where the tile will lay, what size the tile was. So it was a lot of work than what it typically is involved with doing that. And Amazon, oh my gosh. Sometimes they're a lifesaver because you can get things in a day, and then sometimes they're a pain in the butt because this vanity took 3 weeks, and I ended up having to order it from somewhere else because Amazon decided to ruin my life, and I ordered it in advance. I ordered it 3 weeks in advance. They said it was gonna deliver. They didn't deliver it. When we checked to see the status, they said, oh yeah, it's coming on the 8th. That set me back, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna deal with it or work with it. Then on the 7th, we checked. They said they were gonna, they said they didn't have the product. I'm like, how y'all go from y'all gonna deliver it to now y'all don't have the product? So I just I tried to cancel it. They wouldn't let me cancel it. They said I had to refuse shipment. This vanity is 350 pounds. Why do I have to refuse shipment? Why can't y'all just hold it wherever it is at and send it back to the seller? But anyways, I ended up ordering it from Lowe's. So for any of future projects, I'm just gonna order it from Lowe's if I can find the same vanity, because I'm not dealing with that headache anymore. And because that's money, you know? And I didn't want it to hold up the sale. So unfortunately it was not here whenever I listed the property. So what we did was we printed out a piece of paper with a picture of the vanity, and we said, hey, I'm coming on Wednesday and I'll be installed on Thursday. And that's how we did it. And we sold the house without the vanity here, but now it's here, and the buyers were able to see it being installed that day. So that was helpful. In the master, we were able to make it just a little bit of a bigger closet, because when we put the wall back up to divide the bedrooms, we were able to take and extend the space a little bit further this way. So it gives them a little bit of a larger closet to work with than what was originally here, which was like half the size. In these two other bedrooms and out here too, there's still something going on with the electric. That's why I said it's not all the way finished, because I was done dirty this time with my electrician, and my electrician went on vacation, left their brother in charge, and the brother came here and took forever and a day and still wasn't finished and messed all this stuff up. So now I'm having to pay, on top of paying them most of what I was supposed to pay, I'm now having to pay somebody else to come back in to make things right. And money. So I'm definitely well over budget for this house. I did get an offer that is over list price, so that helps, but it's still, not nearly as what I thought I was gonna profit because of other people, and you just can't control it sometimes. So this light, they broke it somehow, and so now I had to buy another one as well. So that's gonna be installed this week. So the agreement was that I was gonna get all the work done and finished before the buyers do their home inspection for the property, and address anything if something comes up or whatnot. But overall, we did finish in time. My goal was 4 weeks, but we were finished in 5. However, if it weren't for the electrician mishap, then we would have been able to keep the 4-week time frame. So my contractor was really good about doing, like, he had his guys here on the weekends and stuff like that, and we were trying to bust through it, but stuff happens. And so I got on the market a week later than what I anticipated. So all in all, total into this project, I'm at about $94,000. I anticipated $75,000, but whenever you go behind the walls in any property, like, there's always something that comes up. So usually I have a buffer of about $5,000. The numbers were pretty tight itself going into this deal, so I didn't have that buffer, and I should have. But the porch cost me probably another $6,000 that I didn't anticipate spending, and then the electrician, that was another probably $3,000 that I didn't anticipate spending, and stuff just adds up. So with the interest, I'm end up spending an additional interest payment as well. So I am probably about 15 to 17 over what I anticipated to put into this property. But whenever you're doing a renovation project like this, and you want to make sure the house sells, you can't cut corners and stuff. And so it was funny because actually the agent that has her buyers under contract with this house, she had called me, and she was like, whenever she saw the house, because they saw it during the week after the weekend had passed, and she's like, yeah, this house is really cute. And I didn't know, I just thought it was kind of one of those flips, where, because she saw that it was still in the house on the market over the weekend had passed, and so she just thought maybe it wasn't a solid product. But whenever she came out and saw it, and she's just like, yeah, I'm surprised this house is still here. And I'm like, yeah, me too. Are y'all buying it? But I am over budget a little bit, but long as I'm in the green in the end, it's gravy for me. And so remember I said I had a surprise for you? Well, whenever we were clearing out this property, one of the neighbors stopped by, and they're like, oh, what's going on here? So the seller's like, oh, we sold our house as is, and we're moving. And they were like, oh, I might want to do the same thing. I want to move to Florida. Well, the seller and I talked afterwards, and I made them an offer. And so now I just purchased the house across the street. We have just started the renovations on that house, and you'll see videos for that as well. But we anticipate to be on the market probably mid-March for that one, and today is February 24th. So we're working fast for that one as well, and the goal is 4 weeks, and then we'll be on the market.